As you can see, the river walk along Fort Duquesne Boulevard is underwater. Point State Park is underwater, but we're at 20-foot depth right now, so it's kind of holding off the river water from flooding the entire park. And when we were at 28 foot, the water was almost coming all the way up those steps. If we get to like 29, 30 foot, if we get to 30 foot, everything you're looking at, all those trees, everything, they're underwater. So now that we're dropping down to 20, 16 foot is kind of normal for us. So that would drop us another 4 foot from here. And everything is going to kind of steadily go down as the week goes on. But we're going into summertime, people are out, enjoying everything, as you can see. Just stay out of the mud. It's probably the slippiest mud I've ever seen in my life. As you can see out there. I took a photo last week during the solar eclipse, and there was somebody out there with sandals on in that mud. And one person was commenting that they thought that I made the image up. But in all reality, I couldn't believe it either when I was looking at it. So like right there, those bikers, yeah, you probably don't want to bike that mud. Not a good idea. I do have some footage of people who made it through the mud, but that was on the North Shore, and I'm not sure if it was as deep as the mud could have been out there. So right here we have the Fort Pitt Bridge on the right-hand side, coming down with the Key Bank building on the right. And along the walk here, you can see there's normally a trail that comes right here along this wall. That's why we have steps, not normally leading into the water. But another 4 foot down, we'll get it down a little more and we'll be good to go. I thought this was cool here. These people were hanging out over here on the corner. And that's kind of like a cool moment because you don't know how often a flood will happen. You just kind of have that little walk there to yourself. But did you see there? That's usually the emergency on the right, the access ramp. And it's underwater. It's not a boat launch. Looks like a boat launch. All the steps, everything underwater. Fort Pitt Blockhouse right in front of us. Shout out the Fort Pitt Blockhouse. They got a Facebook page. And they follow us. So the colors are popping. And I noticed a lot of green leaves on Mount Washington. And, that water kind of runs off. But down here we've dealt with some flooding and whatnot. Plus the freezes had something to do with, I think, some of the leaves not blooming as pretty as they could have. But as you see here, Acrisure Stadium. Again, that's not a boat or kayak launch. That's supposed to be steps down to a walk. The other walk is out. And then I saw this boat to the left, and I was like, wow, we have a boat. All right, one boat, just checking things out. But yeah, that's not actually something you're supposed to walk down those steps into the water. That's just where it is right now.